What's up, everyone? Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, whatever time of day you're deciding to watch these videos. This should be, hopefully, the third video that you are watching for this lecture. So, some things that I want to say before I kind of get into this stuff. So, first of all, you've already looked at a Canvas introduction and a Connect introduction. So if you have any questions on how to use either of those things within the first week or so, please refer back to those videos, especially when you're looking at like your smart book reading assignments, the textbook, anything like that. Please be sure to access those videos. They're there for a reason, I promise. And then if you want to know, of course, a little bit more about me, please refer to the About Me video. And then a few other things that I would like to mention for this class. So we are supposed to meet on the schedule, our class says we are meeting in HSS 135. And that isn't incorrect until... and you may have read this on the syllabus, we are going to be switching to a new classroom in the new science building, and that will be SEC 116. We unfortunately are not able to meet there immediately because of supply chain issues and proper technology like projectors and me being able to plug in my laptop to do that kind of stuff. It's just not in yet. So unfortunately, we are going to be making a minor switch for the lecture portion of this class from HSS 135 to SEC 116. I will, of course, make an announcement when we get the go-ahead to do so. Otherwise, everyone's lab sections are in Thornton Hall 604. So I just wanted to make that announcement at the very beginning of this, to have it be very clear. So anyways, what this video is going to entail is a little bit of a course introduction. So kind of like a class introduction in general. And then other subsequent videos will include some course community stuff. If you do the pre-assessment, not if you do, you should be doing the pre-assessment survey. There's a separate video linked on that assignment for that. And things of that nature. I do also, again, want to apologize that I am not present this week. I am unfortunately out of town. So thanks for kind of dealing with this situation. I know it's not ideal, but here we are. So, okay. So for and you'll have access, by the way, to all of these lecture slides. If you've gone through the Canvas page already, you'll see in each unit that I do include all lecture slides, even for this introductory sort of several videos here. Okay, so this is kind of, what I will always have in our lecture slides is an agenda slide. So you'll get an idea of what we're going to be talking about that day. Something I might also try and do is put in like some keywords that we're going to be learning about that day and stuff like that, just to always have a reference to what we're going to be doing, and so that you can kind of, start to think about what's going to be on the agenda for the day. Okay, so other important announcements. Big things with this class. Check your school email and Canvas regularly. I cannot emphasize this enough, hence the clapping. It's what we have to work with, right? So it's how myself and your lab instructors can get a hold of you. Also, do keep in mind that you have two separate Canvas pages, one for the lecture and one for the lab. So very much keep that in mind. And it's how we can let you know if, class has to be canceled that day or, something crazy is going on. We got to let you know about it. Anything like that should filter directly into your email. But it's also why I have my Canvas page set up to have the latest 3 announcements pop up at the very top of the page if you're using it on a laptop. I'm not entirely sure how to do that on for the app, but hopefully you're able to access those through your email anyway. Also, this class is in-person synchronous, unless otherwise noted for, say, example like this, where I'm out of town and out of internet reach. So I will have YouTube videos to take place of lecture. But this is not a high flex class. This is not a hybrid class. You are paying to be here. So I want you to get the education that you are paying for. So unless you're sick, do try to come to class. I know commuting can be kind of crappy sometimes, but I'll try to make your day and your time worth it. I promise. I'll try to be bubbly and happy and fun. So hopefully you'll find it worth it. As you can kind of already tell, of course, the first week of classes, I'm sadly out of internet range to even facilitate something for like a Zoom class. Oh, actually, sorry, I do want to go back to that for a second, to this in-person synchronous. Yes, it is in-person synchronous, not discounting that part. But if there's a time where, say, I get sick, or if the weather is going to be super crappy and I don't feel like it's safe for us to come to campus, hopefully it would be okay if we do class over Zoom. I'll reiterate this again when we're back in person, but I would like to give that as an option if things are kind of wild and crazy, right? Never say never, I guess I should say, right? Because we just lived through a pandemic and Lord knows what's going to happen from day to day sometimes. I do also want to mention here that if you have any need for technology, like say your computer takes a poo-poo, maybe because it's old, or maybe you're like me and love to spill things on it because it's just apparently what I like to do. The library does have resources for you to rent out laptops. I'm not sure of their condition. I've heard some good things, some things. It's easier to do those loans earlier in the semester than later, but those are available for you through the library. So check out those resources as needed. How to get in touch with me. So hi, what's up? I'm Mallory. Hopefully you know that already, but please call me Mallory, Miss Redmond, Miss R, Mal, whatever floats your boat. You know, I've worked in bars for much of my adult life, so it's kind of a thing. People call me stuff. I respond to it. It's neither here nor there, I guess. But so there's that. My virtual office hours. So I am on campus actually for, if you're watching this in the fall 2024 semester, I am on campus Monday through Thursday. You can pretty much find me around my office or anywhere around Thornton Hall. But if you're not on campus Monday, Wednesdays, or Fridays, you can, I'm not even on campus Friday, sorry, I'm at Skyline. But on Mondays and Wednesdays, if you aren't on campus, say you're just a Tuesday, Thursday kind of person, then you can find me on Zoom. The link to that is on our main home Canvas page. Of course, it's not recorded, so you can be comfortable in sharing information with me that won't be shared anywhere else. My email address is also here, of course. Please feel free to use that, or you can use the Canvas inbox. You don't have to use both, though, so please just use one or the other. They all go to the same spot for me. Here's my cell phone number. If you need to reach me directly and immediately, use this for the swiftest response. If it is your first time texting me, though, please tell me who you are. Again, if this is for the fall 2024 semester, I am teaching 7 classes. So I have a lot of students. So I don't know why balloons just came up. That's fun. Just, and I don't delete text messages. So just like, if it's the first time, just, you know, say who you are and what class you're in. And then you can ask me your questions or send me your silly things. I will never ever hate someone sending me a funny Instagram or TikTok or Reddit thing that reminds you of me or whatever, or ocean related in this case. If you do choose to email me, please be sure to use an appropriate title. Again, just kind of letting me know which class you're in, and stuff like that. So how to participate in this course. So like I said before, please attend class, lecture, and labs if possible. Your labs here are actually super important because we're going to be actually not so much doing the current weather things. We're going to be doing that more so in our lecture, but you're going to be working hands-on with your labs instructors with material that we've covered in lecture, but in a deeper way. right? So we only have so much time in lecture. It's also a big class. I don't have the capacity to come around to every single person and like make sure that everyone has the ideas that I want you to have and the concepts I really want you to get grounded in. So labs are going to be really important for better understanding of concepts that maybe we kind of fly over in lecture. So make sure that you're attending labs. Also, attendance in labs is required, not necessarily in lecture, but something to kind of consider is, you are paying for this education. So any day that you don't show up to class, that's not due to like an illness or, whatever. If you're just like, I don't feel like going to class today, that's fine, but just know that you're kind of burning away the ever growing freaking tuition that is not nicely continuing to increase. So there's that. And if you are feeling sick, please don't feel obligated to come to class. I would rather you not cough and give your germies to everybody. That's gross. And if you are feeling sicky, but you don't think that you're contagious, like if you've been sick for like 2 weeks or something and you're no longer contagious, still please wear a mask because that's gross. I still don't want your germs, even if you're not necessarily contagious. And like I said before, Canvas is going to be super important. That's where you're going to be turning in your discussion boards. It's going to be your gateway for your assignments, seeing announcements, and all that kind of stuff. So please make sure that you are utilizing Canvas to its highest intent. And then you're also going to be using something called Connect, which hopefully you already watched the video for that, but I just want to iterate here the textbook that you all will be using. It's called Investigating Oceanography. There may be some hard copy versions of this book in the library that you can borrow. I unfortunately don't have any copies for me to loan out to you because I did that for former students and they never gave it back to me. So I no longer have those copies of those textbooks. So sorry, someone else ruined it for you. So this should be through immediate access. You should already have access to the book. Please make sure you go to the MH Connect button on the left side of the Canvas page to access the book, to sign up for it. It's not just the textbook that you're paying for. You're also paying for part of your homework assignments, your exams, and stuff like that. So it's not just one thing for your homework. It's for like a very big chunk of this class. It will be worth it, I promise. So that's kind of that's the jam with that. And also, last thing here, there is an app that you can use to read the textbook offline. Say if you're a commuter, not while you're driving commuting, but hopefully if you are taking advantage of the amazing opportunity this semester that every single Bay Area Transit is free for you. BT dubs. That is so freaking cool. Take advantage. So you don't have to drive and you can use your time a little bit wiser, I think, on public transit. So you can utilize this offline on your device, on a smart device. So that's the jam there. Last thing I want to mention and just reiterate the assignments that you have due for this week. So this, I want you to complete by Sunday, though preferably sooner. You have a short syllabus quiz. So be sure to read the syllabus very carefully and answer the questions to the best of your ability. Unlimited attempts, I believe, but you do have to get a 100% score for credit. You do have a discussion board, a get to know you discussion board. There's a pre-assessment survey. There's again a link to the video explaining what in tarnation that is. There is an anonymous text survey on Google Forms. So not only do you have questions relating to your technology and any qualms you may have, there's also a question in there that asks you to provide a few songs of perhaps some of your favorite songs. As long as they're on Spotify, then I can put them on a Spotify playlist that I will play as we are kind of all getting into the classroom, like the first 10 minutes or so of class. It's kind of a neat way for you to introduce me to songs, and it's a way to kind of express yourself a little bit. Have fun with it. It's anonymous, so don't feel embarrassed about what your selections might be. It can be different languages. I don't care. I'm open to whatever. That's relatively appropriate. If you don't listen to music, then that's fine. You don't have to put anything there. That's fine. And then you're also going to have a quick geography quiz, which is not graded on in terms of how well or not well you do, but simply by completeness. Whew. And if you could also please add a photo of yourself to Canvas, this will be really helpful for me starting to get faces to names. We are a very large class. This is capped at 108 students, and as far as I know, everything is to its full capacity. So I got a lot of you. I'm gonna try to get names to faces. It'll be easier the more often you come to class and participate. So if you want that one-on-one recognition, come to class or come to office hours or both, all of the above. So yeah, that's kind of a very brief crash course on what you should be kind of expecting, I guess, or not necessarily expecting, but what you should go through or that kind of thing for this class. I know that I talked really quickly. However, thankfully this is on YouTube, so you can pause, you can slow down, you can stop as needed. So please let me know if you have any questions, comments, and or concerns about anything going on here, and I will try to answer them to the best of my ability. Thank you so much for your time and attention, and I'll see you soon.